Be welcome, Outlander.
Hello everyone, I'm Rampage, and with me as usual, Blue Calico, and we're Sweaty Palms Gaming.
What's going on, everybody?
Sorry, I started a new video, so I forgot to do the intro again. So every time I do you hear me do the intro, you'll know why now. Started doing an outro before I leave the video too, and save me from having to do it again later in editing.
Ho there!
It'll save a little bit of work if I think ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Work smart, not hard. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, you! Hey, you look familiar.
That's really all you had to say after you're like, "Hey, you!" And I turn around and go up talk to her, and she's like, "Hey, you look familiar." Okay.
Oh, I've been spotted.
No, that's not.
That's not normal.
Whoa!
I came up to one of the bulls and I did the override thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can ride it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went riding by these people and they're like, "Hey, that's not normal."
Damn, they saw me.
Like, no, that's not normal.
Barren light. Last part of the sun dome
Nat
before the Forbidden
20.
West. Karja Horn. And that means the embassy's starting soon. Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here. Might be worth taking a look around, too.
Savior, tell me, are you seeking passage into no man's land by any chance?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
Well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure out
Oh my
west.
god, excuse me, buddy.
Unclaimed
Sorry, that came
scrap,
out of nowhere.
ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band
I
of
literally didn't even
salvagers
take a
who knows
drink.
the lay of the land.
That was the worst part.
You're not afraid of the Tanakh?
Terrified. But I carry out most of my
So,
business in no man's land. Neutral
Nita
territory and all
knocked
that.
on my door at 8 o'clock this morning.
Is our port of entry. When
I was
its
like, what the
doors
hell?
are closed for an embassy.
She,
I was hoping your arrival meant they might be.
she's like,
open
hey, I
soon.
found somebody
I've got a
outside.
business to run, after all.
And she let
I
me
want
pick
that
her
embassy
up,
to happen as
so.
much as you do. Believe me,
Good to know.
Because before I went to bed, I went outside
And,
for Persephone.
Keep us in mind.
And she was nowhere
If
to
you
be
do
seen.
manage to open the way,
So,
our main camp will be
She
just
stayed
past
outside all
Barrowland.
night.
We'll
She was
buy
ready to
any
come in,
scrap
I guess,
we've
sure as
got on
shit.
you. And if you're looking for machine
By
parts,
morning.
we've got the best in the West.
I bet.
Guaranteed.
all right.
She's been sleeping all
Read
day.
me later then.
If you could get those blasted gates open.
At least you know she knows where she lives and she's not gonna come home pregnant.
Guess I'm not the only one who wants to get those gates open.
Right?
You know?
Oh, I had such a bad joke. Such a bad joke.
Shut the. I know exactly who you were about to make a joke about, and that's not nice. That's still kind of a sore subject.
I know, that's
sir.
why I stopped, okay?
She is the savior.
That's crazy.
Hey. I didn't say it.
Thanks, Red. Need anything else? You come see me.
How goes it, Hammerhead? He's giving me a bad time. Or did you miss that part?
Oh, I saw. You're right. Did you hear who's in charge now? I wouldn't trust him to piss in a straight line.
He's really that bad?
This'll keep me going.
He's about as much use as a glass hand.
tastes nicer than it smells. Really.
No, we all know.
That's not exactly selling me on that, lady. It tastes better than it smells. That's not selling me on anything you have. Just forgot that, you know.
Remedy. For shards.
Hey, what happened here?
What do you care?
Don't you?
As it happens? No. You know, I was already having a crappy day, and now these two idiots picked my shift to climb the damn mountain. Wouldn't be so bad if this one weren't so heavy.
Wait, 2 idiots?
Did I stutter? Yeah,
Damn, she
2.
just did
Heard
71
another
points
one
of damage
shouting
with
up
Divine
top.
Smite.
Sounds like they got caught between sharp claws and a
Because it was
sharper
a
fall.
critical.
Someone's in trouble. Aren't you gonna do something?
Self-inflicted. And I got my hands full with this one.
You're seriously not going to help.
You seriously are?
Are you there?
Someone's in trouble at the top of the
Yeah, I
cliff.
was listening
I better get to climbing.
to the story. Go ahead, though.
I said I just did 71 points of damage with Divine Smite.
Nice. And you're dead.
Get away from me, you bucket of balls!
Can't override that now. Need to get data. Ready for anything now?
I'll thank me properly here in a second, chicks. Shut up.
Are you hurt? I live. My so-called bodyguard. You see him on your way up? It was hard to miss him. He's dead. Oh. Guess that's what I get for believing in the first chuff in the tavern who said he was a mountain-climbing machine hunter. Ugh. At least I don't have to pay him now. What are you doing up here? That used to be a signal tower. The mechanism uses a special lens which, in some very specific circles, is highly valuable. And since the Carja are planning on tearing them down, I was going to liberate the lens before it got destroyed. You get it for me, and the lenses from the other towers. I'll make it very worth your while. You said that was a signal tower. In its day, it was a sight to see. All 6 of them, all lit up, all around the Daunt. They used to warn folks that the Tenaks were coming, for whatever that was worth. As you can imagine, the Carja spared no expense putting them together. Hence the fancy lenses in need of a new home before the towers are torn down. So you're... I'm more what you'd call an opportune... Look, they see no value here. See? Opportunity. Tell that to your friend down there.
Self-inflicted.
You said that was a signal tower.
In its day, it was a sight to see. They used... As you... Hence the...
Why can't you do it?
Look, even if I hadn't hurt my ankle here, I'm clearly nowhere near as capable as you. Oh, come on. I can't just let the lenses go to waste. That's not what my father would have wanted.
I won't make you any... Same with any other type.
Thank you,
Aloy.
Reyna. Well, Aloy, as soon as I'm up for it, but I'll stick around in case you want. No pressure. Just say.
I'll see what I... Okay, I'm in. Spellcaster won't work on that. Line's too short. I am really busting up this place. Okay, made it. I guess that's the signal device. So the metal reflects the sun to send a message to the other towers? Got the lens. I can trade it with
Stay your
Reyna
hand
next
for
time we
it
see her.
slaps where it should stroke.
First the frost breath.
I say that and get sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. I just read my fortune cookie.
Excuse me.
Oh shit, hell.
Miscalculated that landing.
Cleric religion. Recall what you know of Shar's blasphemous teachings. Of course, I have to choose that one because this is cleric in front of it.
Be safe and come back soon. Ignoring me again?
There's Erend. That looks like he's had a few.
You're in a sour...
Gentlemen?
That's our cue.
You taking the edge off?
I mean, I'd ask you to join, but
You're being too loud.
who'll be left to save the world, right? All right, now let me guess. You're in a rush, right? So, whatever you need, ask away.
Guess what I get to use tonight?
How have things been?
My
You're selling,
badass apron.
Archer. Yeah, not bad. Vanguard's going strong.
Me
Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the Battle of the Eclipse.
We put our
Well, I took a
meat
month
in your
to
mouth.
bury Ursa in the claim. But when I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course things went sideways.
You got blindsided. Wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
I was, wondering if you were able to lay Ursa to rest. Like you wanted.
Yeah, we did. Just seemed the crowd that showed up to pay their respects. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half owed her their lives. In the end, everybody drank. You know, it's the rowdiest funeral since ever.
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. She would have put them all onto the table.
What do you
God,
know
this
about
guy's
the
like the most
embassy?
depressed guy ever.
Yeah, not much. Only that Avad
Like
really wants
Eeyore?
it to happen. He said I'm making
No, this
peace
is
with
more
his
self-pity
Tanakh.
depression.
But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole diplomacy thing. They do most of their talking with blades and arrows. So if you're heading their way, be prepared. Things might get ugly real fast.
I'll keep that in mind.
He's literally even sitting and drinking alone like it's fucking self-pity time.
What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where the Carja dragged all the captives they took from the Forbidden West during the Red Raids. Lucky ones became slave labor. The rest were hauled off to the Sun Ring and Meridian.
Your sacrifice.
You got it. Tanakh made sure to wreck the place before they chased the Carja out of the West. I can't say I blame them. And now Avad's paying
I'm
the
like,
odds
yeah, Arabella, you can go and stay at my camp. Minthara disapproves. I'll look for your parents. Minthara disapproves.
Where did I... Oh, I dropped it on the floor, didn't I? Okay. Ha! My Nitro. When you took... Sad part is, I remembered I had dropped it by remembering that you said I was making too much noise.
And that's exactly what, and the worst part is not only did I hear that,
I better get going.
Oh yeah, don't let me stop you.
I heard it through the wall.
Yeah, I think
through my headset.
Can't blame me for
that
trying.
lighter when it falls, it's loud.
I guess what I'm really trying to say is, if you ever do need me,
I know where to find you. Hopefully so.
Dad, don't count on it. Be careful out there, Aloy.
Lighten up, Paiv. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and the Tanakh.
Are you in charge around here?
Ah, apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. Now we're open. Once the Tanakh have left.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, The Tanakh returned personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
Ah, so you've heard. The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
You said something about Tanakh marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paiv over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
Where is this? Commander knows if he's the one keeping the gates shut. I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvund was thrilled.
You had to bring it up, huh?
Keep going, guy. I'll push you up this fucking thing. Slowest
Inside,
walk
soldier.
ever.
Sir?
Slowest walk ever.
There's the
Slow.
commander. Brace yourself. And good luck.
I'm trying to push him up this ramp. Get out of the way.
How are we
The
to hold
slowest
an
walk
embassy
ever
in a tribe
is
that can't
the
even
one
govern
where
their
you
own
have
people?
to push that dude around in the wheelchair.
What more can you expect from barbarians?
That's literally like a 10-minute walk.
Ahem.
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Varl. Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the Dowager Queen herself! The gate stays sealed until that horn blows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Make it easy on yourself.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Gates.
Oh, that's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded.
Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the Savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let it through, boys.
Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time. So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
There's no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav, once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see. Tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
How did you come to be among the Tanakh?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well.
Okay. Now
I
that
marched
makes
with Sun
sense.
King Jiran's
How
raiders when
many
they
times I've
came
read
west,
this book
hoping
and it
to
just clicked.
moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tenakth into action.
A guy sold his soul to
When the clans overran our forward encampment at
Raphael
Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind
in
to help
order
the
to
last
get the
stragglers
Dark
evacuate.
Justiciars killed.
I was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to the capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hekarro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate.
Now, I'd kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hekarro's feet, I demanded this right, called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tenakth howled, but Hekarro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the Kulrut is a Tenakth trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive. Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hopes for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
You wound up serving the Tenakth chief.
The winners of the Kulrut must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hekarro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by. And they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Carja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tenakth for hating them.
So then, are you still Carja?
Part of me, yes. Always. But there is much to admire about the Tenakth. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hekarro and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Carja.
The Carja talk about Hekarro as if he's a monster.
The Carja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him. So, the Carja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tenakth is a lot different. Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed, but I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tenakth and the Karja, if Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tenakth don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hekarro knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of...
You asked. I'll tell you. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hekarro knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to you.
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No! The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Karja have opened the gates.
Well, thank you everybody who joins and watches later or whatever. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe, and a comment.